full moon rises on another episode of Werewolf Gaming. And geez, it's about time I looked at the Castlevania series, isn't it? The monster game to end all monster games. Castlevania is about the epic struggle of the Belmont family and their eternal fight against Dracula and his minions. And boy, is this thing chock full of references. It's enough to make my monster heart go all aflutter. But there are so many games and so many werewolves, where do I begin? Well, the beginning is always a good place to start, and in the first Castlevania game, werewolves are nowhere to be found. Oh, okay. Well, the second game, Simon's Quest, that has werewolves. Except they're regular enemies. In fact, it's one of the easiest enemies to beat in the game. Okay, let's see. Unnamed boss, normal enemy. This one has werehorses as enemies? Huh. Anyway, you see why I waited so long to talk about Castlevania? There's only 2 named werewolves in the whole series, Cornell and Ortega. Although Cornell is the protagonist of the N64 game Legacy of Darkness, so that's nice. Then again, it's Legacy of Darkness, not exactly the shining gem of the Castlevania series. Okay, so Castlevania isn't as good as representing werewolves as it does vampires. But what it is good at is paying homage to classic horror movies. You know the ones, the Universal monsters. The classic lineup started with Dracula in 1931 and ended around 1948 with Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, which is considered the last great monster mash with the big 3, Dracula, the Wolfman, and Frankenstein. Classic monster films not only had a lasting impact on Western culture, but still resonate to this day. Even if our modern horror movies have mostly evolved beyond them, the monsters of yesterday represent something base in human nature that's not easily forgotten. And as Castlevania proves, they too can evolve along with our culture. I mean, look at some of these enemy models. They look almost exactly identical to the way they look in the Universal movies. If that isn't a labor of love, then I don't know what is. I think that's about everything. I talked about where werewolves appear in the games, the inspiration behind the monsters of the series. I think I'm just about done here. Wait, what's this? Castlevania Rondo of Blood? And it has a werewolf boss fight? Well, let's take a look. It can't be. A blue, spiky werewolf that spin attacks. You win, Sonic! You win! Next month will be your night. The night of the werehog.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare. And a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death. Dracula.
I am Dracula.